everyone, welcome to some League of Legends. Now you're going to notice that my team here is just a little bit, and my mouse is also support Olaf and
jungle Soraka. So this is the new game type that the Cloudsmon here actually developed or has been working on. It's not official, obviously, but the way it works is called the LoL Challenge. And so what you do is you make a 5v5 team, or you can do this on any map, but it's easiest like this. And it's easiest if you do it as a whole team, because most of the time people call you a troll otherwise. You go into a normal blind pick game with your pre-made 5, everyone calls a roll before the game starts. And then the moment you get into champion select, you all random, and you still go that roll no matter what champion you get. I lucked out and got solo top Rise. Our Lissandra is our AD carry, Olaf is support, Soraka is jungle, and then we have mid Kayle. I wanted to show this one specifically. This is actually a LoL replay of this match. I wanted to show this specifically because it's actually a really good match. We actually win. My sound is incredibly loud. Turn that down a lot. Now the frame rate's going to be kind of low just because I'm running Fraps and League of Legends at the same time. So kind of getting this all set up. Enemy team, I was just looking at the stats a little more. They actually had like 4 members on there who were silver at the end of last season, and we had like 2. And I want to put this match up because we win this match, which is kind of crazy. So we're using some kind of older invade tactics, simply because we're still not used to some of the newer ones. This tactic works going through bot lane when you're blue. You go through bot lane and you coming through this brush, and back when in 3.7, the patch where everyone would start at wolves and then go to blue buff, this allowed you to get here. They would start at wolves. You'd run in through here and hide in their brush here. Excuse me. And that would allow you an easy gank. I'm going to turn the items off. I started with standard Rise stuff. And cool, it seems like the frames have picked up as well. So
30 seconds until minions.
So we're trying to get everyone into invade. We are all on Skype for this, but we're not entirely all paying attention. So Vlad's up here guarding red. As we're waiting for him to come through, they're kind of oblivious to us doing this. I guess a lot of teams that we played against at least aren't really used to this happening. Now for the record, this team, with the exception of Katarina, who is our, him and Dachshma play the same role on our team. This is our ranked 5s team. Our jungler is not present for this though. So Clouds goes in. We kind of hesitate though. We didn't catch sight of Vayne, but we catch Vi here, so we go in on her. Now Lissandra's back, she's doing some damage. I tell everyone to go in on her, but that's not really the best place. We continue up on Vi, Lissandra falls back, and Olaf with the flash axe to finish her off. Now this ends up causing Olaf to get quite a bit of gold at the beginning of the game, as well as the assists for that. We end up taking their blue too, which also puts us in a fairly hefty lead. So we're only 600 gold ahead right now with the first blood. And the enemy team is actually complaining that we invaded in a normal game. So we go and get a look at that. Now they have a jungle Vi, like I said. So she goes straight for her red over here. I teleport top just because I'm here, and this is immediately a bad plan. I should have teleported farther back because Vlad just lays into me there, and he's got to move. He's doing a lot more damage than I do, and my minions aren't tagging it, aren't picking up the little thing. Now that first blood that allows me to get some levels on Vlad, but it's not quite enough to be able to out trade him. So at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting around, trying to bide my time and farm gold. You'll notice that I have my savers up. I didn't actually buy anything and go back. Both my health pots have been drained at this point, though. At this here, I'm starting to kind of out-trade Vlad. He's not really, when he's not going after me, he's a little easier to take down. I want to note that, well, there's actions going up here, that down here, Vi has not come for our blue up yet, and I believe Soraka here warded it. Actually, I think it might have actually been our Kayle. But Kayle actually gets dangerously low here. Lissandra going in to take her out. So you guys probably wondering why exactly did you guys play this game type? It's actually a lot of fun, believe it or not. So this is one of the 2 games we won in this couple of it. Both with incredibly weird team comps like this. Like I ended up with a really lucky pick on this one. I got Ryze. And Ryze is actually a really good top laner. In addition to being a really good mid. So I didn't have to really worry about too terribly much. But with Jungle Soraka has a really hard time ganking, simply because she just doesn't have any like really hard crowd control. She's got a silence, yeah, but it's not really a big like stun or a slow or anything. But she's already got blue, so Dashma here is he's calling me down to go ahead and grab this blue buff. So we're kind of check out some of the stuff I already bought. Now bot lane Lysandra's actually out DPSing their Vayne, and they managed to poke, along with Olaf, they've managed to poke down Vayne quite a lot. And at this point, I'm not quite sure what the enemy team is thinking. I'm pretty sure they're thinking, oh, well, this is probably just an early game long sword, and so they're going to build a lot of AP afterwards, so they're going to start building magic resist. So getting that blue though, the problem with that was up here. Let's get back to top lane. I wasn't able to get the creep farm that I needed, and the experience, so it allowed Vlad to catch back up and even get ahead of me. And I'm getting really low at this point. So his trades, even though he did a little damage, I'm doing more damage to him overall, but he's got me way lower, and this is getting awfully dangerous. At this point, I really should have backed. I should have just cleared the wave and backed, but I'm not going to do that. Vlad is actually getting quite close to hitting level 6, which means he's going to get Hemo Plague. And no, Hemo, for those of you who don't know Vlad or haven't played against Vlad or played as him, what Hemo Plague does is after 5 seconds it does magic damage, but it also does enemy units afflicted with it take more damage from Vlad. Actually, I think it's more damage period. Yeah, it's 12% increased damage period at level 1, and he's at level 6 now. So at this point, he can just dive me. There's nothing I can do. I go in for this. I go in for the bind to kind of root in there. He just pulls it and gets out, giving him blue buff too, which is also not particularly great. Now at this point, Vlad is actually out-leveled both the mids. Vlad comes in for kind of a failed gank at this point. I guess he's just kind of passing through. Farm-wise, our ADC Lysandra is actually starting to out-farm Vayne, and I think he was the only one who didn't get an assist on that first kill. So at this point, and back up the top lane. I'm skipping around a lot because I really have a lot I want to show in this game. I actually will probably skip ahead to about 15 minutes after this next fight, because Vlad at this point is going to start to get kind of cocky. He's got some levels on me, almost 3 levels, and he starts to back here, which was the right plan. He should to go back, or he should have pulled it farther back, because I basically just lay into him right here, kind of poke him down a bit. And he's starting to get kind of low, and yeah, he's a higher level than I am, but Vlad thinks he can handle it. He pops a health pot, and then it's like, I'll just get this creep so I can just heal it up with my Q. And Vi's coming in as well for the gank. So she comes in, I kind of back off a bit. We see her coming with the ward, and she misses it. I just go and find her in place, hit her with the overload, and walk off. So she stays in the lane a bit, pushes some of the creeps, and heads back out. At this point, Vlad's up to half health. And I'm just biding my time, because I need, I think, 1 creep at this point to get my ultimate. I'm kind of poking Vlad down. Not 1 creep, it's a couple of creeps. I need like a couple of creeps, and I'll be able to get my ultimate. Yeah, there it is. There's level 6. Now, Ryze's ultimate, it's called Desperate Power, and what it does, it gives him movement speed and 15% spell damage loss, and all of his spells do 50% AoE damage for 5 seconds. And so I'm just kind of bursting. Notice my health is going up. He gets awfully low. He's going to get away at this point. And, but I managed to flash him and cut him off. Get my blue buff back.
Red team double kill.
Problem with this, though, and we're going to actually go back a little bit for this.
Red team triple kill.
Jump back 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go in. So they actually gank. Cloud picks up the kill there. Now Soraka dives Vayne. And this here is a really bad sign. Because he's already picked off Olaf, who has dived as well. So they all died, and the tower basically killed all of them. Now this plan. And so let's get back to mid. So we have a gank incoming mid with Vagant and Kale. Kale's ultimate is up, so if he needs to use it, and there he goes, he pops the ultimate. very low on health. It gets out with 25 health. Now, at this point, the enemy team, yes, they have more kills, but we are actually 700 gold, or 600, about 650 gold ahead. There's Vladimir picking up Kindle Gem and a Negatron Gold, because he's going to build Spirit Visage straight out, which is kind of an odd choice for Vlad. Especially considering that all my stuff scales off of mana and ability power, so I can just stack this tier that I got, and that's going to allow me to win out in the lane. Now as for ward coverage, neither team's really warded that well. Now Lissandra's got both these bushes warded. A better spot for her would have been to ward right here, and to have warded like a grass here. That'll give it a little more range of vision from incoming ganks. Lissandra barely getting out of there. Less than 20 health. So, during the course of these games, though, these LoL Challenge games, we've been trying out a bunch of really weird team comps, just kind of have to. One of the things we found that we were actually really like is AP support Corky. He doesn't, like, as a support, like, he's got his Phosphorus Bomb, which allows him to see things. He's got Valkyrie, which is burning damage. He's got his Machine Gun, which procs all on-hit effects. And while he himself doesn't, and then he's got, of course, his long-range poke. While he himself doesn't have a slow or anything, he does enough damage to really make up for that. And his AP build, you could, Clouds was playing him at the very end. Like, he Phosphorus Bombed a bush. I don't remember what Phosphorus Bomb is. And actually dealt both, like, all three people in there 500 damage apiece, and they had magic resist. Now sadly I wasn't able to get that game on footage though. Soraka here went coming for a gank. I'm kind of trying to shut the lane back a little bit, let him push up a bit. Going for the burst. Soraka manages to miss the silence on him as he goes in for the pool. Now at this point in the game, there's kind of a miscommunication because Soraka wants to go dive him, and we actually have the damage output to do it effectively. I go onto the tower while he goes into dive, and actually really messes us up, gets him rather low, and Vlad is going to end up escaping because of this. So basically, I tell you that. Now bot lane, you got a 4-man gank here. Very nice ultimate from Zed there, managing to pick up Vayne while surviving. There goes Soraka ultimate, healing him back up to full. And because the whole team is down there, aside from Vladimir, who is backed, Kale's going to manage to take most of the health off this turret. At the same time, though, I don't know if we're going to be able to defend the turret here. Janna taking tower shots, that's going to take her out. Sandra getting out very, very low, though. Soraka going to try to take top tower as well. So Vladimir at this point is disappeared. Now we've got some ward coverage here. We don't notice that Vlad has a ward here as well, and we're going to end up walking through that. Lissandra very low, also backing for bot turret. So we managed to get top tower, and that actually puts us once again ahead with a nice 1.5k gold lead. That is still very, very easy to make up. Kale going for the tower. And there's the mid turret for us as well. Now you can see here I'm kind of building into my catalyst. Not quite enough money yet. I haven't bought boots. At this point I really haven't felt the need. My ultimate gives me enough movement speed to really escape anything that happens. And so we're going to go up here, we're going to gank Vlad as he comes around the turret. So one of the reasons Vlad is a champion, I find he's a good champion, but I don't really like him. And that's because he's like Fizz, he's got that troll pool kind of ability that allows him to basically do whatever he wants. Oh yeah, we are going to pick up Vlad. I managed to get the bounce because him and Lissandra stick very close to each other. And that just barely finishes him off. It actually brings me ahead of him at 201 as compared to 212 and 0. Excuse me. If I sound kind of odd, I'm actually sick, and I have been for the last week or so. Go ahead. Now Lissandra's gone back mid. And we're actually coming around to try to gank her. So Soraka's going to go in and tank the tower. She can just heal herself back up. Get the bind, get the silence, and she goes down with the Soraka start call. Let's go back to bot lane. There's been a lot happening here. A lot of engages, a lot of pokes. Olaf trying to be as aggressive as possible and try to zone them. Lissandra can farm. The farm's going to get kind of even here. Both ADCs have the exact same KDA. Now the difference is Vayne is actually going for the first big item being a Bloodthirster, and Lissandra here is going for the Blade of the Ruin King. Because of champions like Vlad are going to naturally have a lot of health, or buy. But the thing is, though, not a whole lot of them are building health, so this one's really not the best of buys. Big ward in the grass there, protecting them. Vlad, look like he's going to go back, but he ends up deciding not to. So yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and... Yeah, it's getting pretty close. Something I really wanted to show in this game comes up. I'm not one... I normally play a lot of tanks, so I'm really not one for getting quadras or any kind of multi-kill. By the way, that pinging you saw there was our team. I was buying wards so I could do some defensive warding so I could push. And he pinged all the main warding spots. But at that point, Baron's come up 15 minutes in, dropping the pink ward there here in the tri-bush, as well as over here near the red buff, so I can kind of get a good idea of where the enemy's coming from. What I should have done though is I should have popped it in this bush here. And that would have allowed me to get vision over here as well. So I can see them coming up either way. So go here on Vlad. What I don't realize is that Vlad has Ignite up. And that is actually killing me with my ultimate. Because what Ignite does is it prevents you from healing, and that actually takes me down fairly quickly there. The rest of the enemy team is bot lane. Trying to steal our red, but it's already down. Kill getting really aggressive. Vayne unable to escape though. Going to barely get out alive. Barely surviving the night. Big engage here. Lissandra ulting in. Both Lissandra's ulting in. Kale standing back. Taking out Vi. Lissandra getting caught as Clouds gets the heal. Yep, and there's Lissandra double kill there. There's really should take enemy Lissandra. At this point, Vlad is on the top tower. Not doing a whole lot of damage though. I think I actually get here before he destroys it. It's awfully close. Yeah, he's forced to back next to the creeps. Vlad once again is low, and I'm going to try to zone him out of the creeps as much as I can. Now, comparing farms, Vlad is actually way out farming me. There's Soraka with a killing spree, taking out Vayne, who is also low. At this point in the game, we've kind of decided we need to group up and push in the mid towers. Soraka down bot, picking out the bot lane, trying to get us the objective. So something we're trying to do as a team is we're going to try to follow the Korean meta a little bit more as opposed to the American meta. Which the difference between the two is that American meta is very much get a kill, go back, get a kill, or get a kill, go back, buy, get a kill, go back, buy. Just kind of repeating that, and trying to make sure that you get ahead of your opponents, and then eventually using that power you get to push towers. The way the Korean meta works is that you actually you go back, or not you go back, you get a kill, you take an objective, and then you go back and buy. And so you're snowballing a lot harder and a lot faster, and allows you to win games a lot easier. Should be coming up rather soon. See if I can't find it. I should have checked the timestamp on this. Kind of a lull in the game right now. Everyone's just kind of farming up, trying to get ready, back up for the next team fight. Blue team's here still with a 3.7K or 3.6K lead in gold. Which goes to show you that kills don't mean a whole lot in the game, especially unless the towers are even. I like this scale skin though. So Kale getting caught here. They're gonna manage to get away though, so they can't quite catch him. With Vayne coming in, and this actually is the start of the team fight. Kale goes down. Kale has to pop the ultimate here, but I think Vlad's gonna pick up the kill, even with the Soraka here. Yeah. So I'm coming down. I've been top lane farming, or I've got the blue buff now. So we come into here. This is actually my favorite part of the fight. I'm gonna kind of wait, because Rise, believe it or not, is an assassin. I'm kind of waiting for Vlad to get close. I want to go in on him, and there's the go. I've actually missed this, the chance that my son and Vlad goes in with the ultimate. So Janna ults, healing on everybody. And this gives us the initiation we need to go in on the team. Dropping Janna with the auto attack, going in on Vi. She tries to take me down, kind of pull me out of fight, but I managed to kick her off my ultimate with a double kill. Immediately go on to Lissandra to finish her off. Vlad is low, but he stays in the fight, and I take him out. Now this Vayne is healing way too much for me to finish off, and I'm unable to get the penta. But I did end up with the quadra kill, and that definitely made this game. So we're actually going to skip ahead. Let's see if I can't do that. Is it going to let me? Yes, it is going to let me. So at this point in the game, we're going to see about 25 minutes. What my team has done is we basically started getting caught out a lot, and so this enemy team is actually catching up. We managed to take some, like all three of our base towers, even though we were able to push in to their inhibitor turret. Kale barely getting out of there with any HP. 20 health, 20. You can see the kills have gotten a lot, are still fairly even. We still hold a, but the lead in gold is actually a lot lower than it was. I'm going to keep skipping ahead. Okay, not quite here where I want to be yet. Okay, so enemy team here at this point is push bot, or is trying to push bot, but we realize the enemy has an open inhibitor, so I'm teleporting bot to help Kale shove the lane, and we're basically just going to let this tower fall. The towers are fairly close, but it's not going to be, but the gold lead we have right now, being that it's almost 7,000 gold, that one tower is not going to be enough for them to catch up as much as they need to. Soraka here, going to take down the inhibitor, or trying to take down the inhibitor. Not really enough damage. Me and Kale taking out this top inhibitor turret, while Olaf and Lissandra defend the bottom. Now most of the team at this point is back, and they're kind of trying to poke us off. But Kale is still on the tower, kind of poking them down. Soraka managing to get most of the health down, or actually not actually a whole lot. At this point, Vi's getting off. Vi is still full health, but she's going to get caught out here. We decide to come down and pincer her. Soraka gets the silence and the slow from the Rylai's as Vi pops over the wall, and then, flashes over the wall, and then uses her what's it called? What is it called? Vault Breaker to fly away. Now we're kind of grouping up our team by here. We have gotten the Baron buff in an earlier team fight. This allows us to get this kind of the advantage we need to finish them off. Janna gets caught out, and she needs to take her down. And there goes the kill onto Vi as well as she tries to ult in. Vlad goes down for Kale's double kill, and we just gotta wait here to catch Lissandra. Okay, up the triple kill, getting her slowed, and I go in with the overload for the ace. At this point, we realize we don't need to let this game go any longer. The enemy team's getting far too strong, and their Vayne is getting far too fed, and we need to finish this now. So we go in and shove in. Go ahead and shove in. Soraka goes in to tank the tower, healing herself as needed. And that, being the enemy team, won't be up for another 7 seconds at least, is GG.